Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, Weight Watcher Day. Woo! Everybody loves Weight Watcher Day, right? This week was really good for me. It was exciting and it was a bit transformative as well. Um, First, I'll let you guys know that it was also good on the scale. I was down 1.4 pounds, and I feel like I took the week of gratitude and carried it over to this past week as well. And I found that that saying thank you to people that I guess sometimes I guess I thought that they already knew I was thankful, but verbalizing it um, made a big difference. It made me feel good, it made the person feel good, and started to notice that like happiness and being positive was starting to become a little bit contagious. And I did notice a few times that I was making healthier choices because I was feeling happier in general. I think on 2 nights in a row, I had the opportunity to have some ice cream. And I didn't, not because I was trying to not eat it, but because I was plain and simple full from dinner. And I was like, oh, I'm full. I don't need it. And I moved on. Um, I've also noticed that I have been less dramatic. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but sometimes I'll let something unplanned or potentially negative affect my entire day. It could be like, so last week one of my dogs was sniffing around the yard, stepped her paw in a bee's nest, and got stung a lot. And she was not happy. Clearly, she got stung multiple times. I felt really terrible for her. And in the past, I would have let it completely overwhelm me and stress me out and get me upset. And this time, I just sort of took care of the situation. I didn't overreact, I just reacted. I assessed the situation. Gave her medicine that I knew would help. When I noticed she was still looking exceptionally upset, I took her to the vet, got it worked out, monitored her, did everything I could. And that's all you can do, you know? It was a much easier situation to get through than if I had been crying or calling people and, complaining or letting it be an excuse for me to be stressed out and therefore stress eat. So it's just been completely different lately. I've never felt this way before, but it's a good thing. I also gave myself a ticket for a day off of the plan for my birthday, and I didn't feel guilty about it. I even wrote it in my tracker. I've been using the 3-month tracker lately, by the way, and I wrote ticket off. And I felt like it was tougher for me to track the whole week in general because I took a day off, but it was a lot easier for me to not make it a birthday week and make it a birthday day. It's called a birthday, not a birth week. So that was helpful as well. And I don't know, I've just been so much happier and more positive, and that whole patience thing that I talked about, when the definition meaning enduring discomfort or uncomfortable moments without negativity, embrace, like that really did help. I was much more positive, and it just was, I don't know, I just can't even explain it, but it was good. And I'm excited for this week. And this week's task is about portioning and measuring. And I do a lot of portion control as it is already. I have my scale out on my countertop 24/7. There's no excuse for me not to use it. Make sure the battery's always working. And I have my measuring cups and my measuring spoons within arms or, arm's reach at all times. And I also use the Weight Watcher app on my phone, the scanner for foods, and the calculator if it's not in the database. I use it a lot. There are times when I don't. There are times when I guesstimate. That's going to be life for you. But this week we're supposed to be trying a new portioning idea, or a new way to portion, whether it's with measuring cups, maybe you don't use a scale, haven't used a scale before, etc., etc. One that I don't use a lot is my hand, because you can use your hand for like this. Your palm is the size of roughly 3 ounces of meat, or a deck of cards, which I don't carry a deck of cards around. Your thumb, I believe, is supposed to be a tablespoon, and maybe your pinky is a teaspoon. I can't remember. I have to refresh myself on that. But, and your fist is a cup. Ugh, I gotta refresh myself on all this stuff, but there's a way to use just your hand to measure most, or at least some general portions for food. So I'm gonna try that this week. I'm not sure when, I'm not sure on what, but I'm gonna try it and see how that goes for me. I'm gonna try and save it for maybe a day when I'm not at home, or maybe I will use it at home and then double check it, I don't know. That part's up in the air, but you should try a new portioning thing. If you don't have a scale, I do know the scales are all the portioning stuff at Weight Watchers right now is on sale. So not that I make any money from it or anything like that, but if you've been thinking about getting any materials, any tools like that, now's the time to get it. And also, I don't have it in front of me, but I use a travel scale as well when I'm going on longer vacations and know that I'll have access to either a kitchen or, I'll be eating in someone else's home kind of deal. I used to bring it to Georgia a lot when I was traveling. It's made by a company called Joseph. It's green, it's like this big, and it comes apart and goes back together. It's like a little tripod-y thing. It's awesome. It does grams, ounces, and there's like a couple other, I think, things it does. But regardless, I've used it before. I think it's awesome. Fits right in your purse. And so it's not bulky at all, and it can be pretty discreet when you're traveling. The other materials I use when I travel are the collapsible measuring cups. You can get them at Weight Watchers now. I got mine at Target. It was the Squish brand. They're super colorful, super fun. That's easy to just toss in your bag. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Other than using the Weight Watcher app when I'm away, that's a totally huge help. Snap and Track, have you ever tried that? Or you just take a picture and then track it later? That has totally worked for me too. So anyway, I would totally, if you're looking for a food scale and you don't want the Weight Watcher kind, I would totally go for the travel one, because you can use it anywhere. You can leave it out on your countertop, you can put it in your purse, you can travel with it, all that junk. But yeah. So that's what this week's topic was about, and I hope you guys are having a great week. I'm hoping that I can get 2 weeks losing in a row, because you know how I want to get back to my goal. I was down 1.4, like I said at the beginning of the video. I got a ways to go, but baby steps, right? You can only do what you can, you can only do so much in a week, in a day, in a meal, blah. So hope you're having a good time. I hope to see less of you next week. And go measure some food. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You waste like 2 seconds of your life? Big whoop. Probably not though. You'll probably be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this was a serving size. I'm so much happier now and so much the wiser. Just kidding. All right, have a good one. See you next week. Bye.